See, when it comes to making content, there's a lot of things that people overlook. Now, I think when people hear the words creating content or content creator, they immediately rush to people making degenerate content for views, or old people just trying to be cool on the internet.
Little children's come to me.
Weird. Buddy, you're weird.
Now, there is different levels when it comes to making content. Like your level ones would be anybody just posting anything on social media just because they can. And then let's say your highest level would be someone like Mr. Beast, you know, who actively puts in like 100 hours a week making content. And I think the general idea is that the higher level you are at creating content, the more stressful it will become. But I disagree with that. If you're taking content creation seriously, you understand the true nature, the dark horror of this thing. I'll tell you this, the business ain't sunshine and rainbows, okay? It's more like toilet filled with diarrhea. Trying to make content, bottom tier experience. I mean, down in the barrels, worst of the worst, okay? Because content will truly have you tweaking because expectations never meet reality. Example, let's say you start a YouTube channel, January 1st. By December 31st of that year, most people would expect to have at least gone past 100 subs. But reality is, my nigga, you might not even go past 10. The reality is that making content isn't all parties and driving lamb trucks in Miami, okay? The shit is really a mix of emotions. Content creation will genuinely have you up at 3 a.m. thinking about life, then at 6 a.m. raging because your video got 1 view. I know a lot of people think that in order to make it in content creation, you just have to act a fool. But no, nigga, there's terabytes worth of content of people acting stupid just for clips, but you'll never see them just because they didn't go viral. You know, I like to call this the underground of content creation, and there are some truly horrendous things out there. Some people have no limit. And you know, this thing of acting a fool apparently is called jester maxing, but people don't know when to stop. So sometimes it starts looking like a ritual. Anyways, this method is patched, so don't use it, my nigga. And you know, come to think of it, there's been so many methods that have been concerning after a while. For an example, like last year, you just had to be chopped. Being chopped was the method. I mean, you just had to be the worst of the worst in order to go viral. And you know, they used to call this nigga Dabo the brand ambassador of being chopped. You know, I feel bad for that nigga. But you know, after a while, these so-called methods just die and people find more extreme things to do. It gets so extreme, like I'm pretty sure in 10 years time or something, people are just going to be sliming each other for clips. And you know, nowadays, everyone wants to be a streamer or content creator. Mostly a streamer, though. This shit is like a pandemic. It's like the Black Plague or something. To the point where celebrities who have nothing to do with streaming start streaming. Like, no, nigga, you taking other people's views, okay? Like, if you were a small streamer and a celebrity sparks up their stream, for an example, you know you're cooked. Because I can guarantee you at least like 50% of your viewers are just gonna disappear. The only conclusion I can come to is just, it's greed. You know, like, you just want to take other people's viewers. You're just greedy. Man, anyways, at the end of the day is gonna end.